Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we're talking about Jim Ryan and how he thinks that, if you if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want yourself a Checkerbird Hunter shirt or hat, there is a link in the description of this video. That'd be awesome. Also, if you would like to help support this channel and help us grow, you can also join the membership. There's a link in the description for that as well. So, let's get started with tonight's it's not really necessarily a Sony bashing thing, but more of a like clarification, because I've seen some people taking this two different ways. What's up, Mr. Dude? What's up, Dob Will? I've heard a couple of people, I mean, I've seen some comments, of people thinking that what Jim Ryan is saying was necessarily taking a swipe at Xbox. And in a way, it kind of is, but in a way, it's not really. Basically, what he's saying is PlayStation games would have to take a hit in quality. I'm like, Jim, that's what they've been doing the whole generation already. You've been releasing PlayStation 5 games, but they're PlayStation 4 games, and the quality, in my opinion, has not met the expectations that have been laid out through the marketing by PlayStation 5. So, as a longtime PlayStation fan of PlayStation 4, we've seen some amazing looking games on PlayStation 4. What they have launched to date on the PlayStation 5, I don't necessarily think I could consider that PlayStation's top quality, but I will admit that playing these games in backward compatibility on the PlayStation 5, what you're getting on the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 Pro is a quality experience from PlayStation that fits really well with that hardware that you have. But the upgrades for the PlayStation 5, man, they're just missing the mark on every single freaking one, I feel. And but the thing is they're charging me $10 more, and they're not delivering that PlayStation 5 experience, in my opinion. And that's where I'm sitting with that. I mean, if he's gonna go ahead and MOUNT. Hold on, guys. If he's gonna sling mud, that like and make it sound like it would have to and being like, oh no, we can't delay the I mean we can't lower the quality and stuff. It's like, Jim, you're already doing that, man. You're already making me pay a $10 premium for a game that is a PlayStation 4 game with simple upgrades on my PlayStation 5. I don't feel like I'm getting my PlayStation 5 $70 quality experience. I don't feel that way. I'm still getting a game that plays exactly the same on the PlayStation 4 Pro. I'm still getting a game that is still using last gen tech in Checkerbird. Microsoft wins Publisher of the Year last year. Jim Ryan says doing Microsoft games will hit quality. Jim Ryan believe in generations. Yeah. Yeah, I caught that too, Andrew. Sony trying to throw shade, though, even though Microsoft won't. Oh, yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, man. It's like they keep dropping these games, but they keep over freaking hyping them. They're like overhyped. I would have much rather everything I've bought on PlayStation 5 so far to date that is cross gen with the PlayStation 4. I would have much rather paid my $60 for them, because I wouldn't have I wouldn't be looking at them as harshly as I do right now. If it's a $70 game on this channel, yeah, I do hold it to a higher standard. I have to, man. And there's a reason for that. There is a reason for that. You see this bad little thing right here, this nice little Xbox Series S. If that game is $70, you have to pay $70 for that Xbox Series S version. If that game is not running good on Series S, if it's not up to snuff, if it's not, giving you the visuals, if it's not giving you the choices of performance and visuals, if it is not giving you a next gen experience on your Xbox Series S, then I need to hold it to a higher standard. It needs to perform good on the Series S. If it's a cross gen game and it's regular price, I can cut that a little bit of slack. You know what I mean? Like, I can be like, okay, at least it runs better than last gen. Cool. Awesome. Does it look better? Yeah, I can give that a better, like, I can be a little bit more lenient on that. But if you're paying $70, like, you have to pay $70 to get Tiny Tina's Wonderland. on your Xbox Series S, no, I'm going to hold it to a higher standard. I don't think you should buy that game right now. I think you should wait till it goes on sale. That's not me saying it's a bad game. That's just me saying that I don't feel like you should have to pay that tax for that game. I don't feel like you should have to pay that tax because I don't feel like it's really any better than what you were getting on last gen consoles except for performance. I don't feel like the upgrade quality is high enough to where they can ask you on an Xbox Series S to pay that extra premium. Whoo, Marlos, it was a straggly rock. You should probably stop talking to that lady, bro. You should probably move away from her page, man, and stop freaking stop unselect the bell, straggly rock. Ooh, sorry. What's up, guys? Cabbage, how you doing, man? Jim Ryan talks more. Yeah. He's five blows. What's up, my dude? MR2, yes, made it. How's everyone? Gabriel, how you doing, man? Dub Will, welcome back, man. OC Gamer, OCD Gamer. We got some. That's just I'm tired of being arrogant. I'm tired of the arrogant. Yeah, dude. Jim Ryan and his little PlayStation premium PlayStation. This is a premium console, and you will pay a premium price, dude. I know that PlayStation needs the money right now. Okay, guys, I know. So I'm gonna need you to dig deeper and pay some extra money for this PlayStation content. Hey, what's up, Michael S? How you doing, man? I've seen you on Twitter, Andrew, putting fuel to that console war. Man, okay. On Twitter, I'm a little bit different on Twitter than I am on my channel. On my channel, I try to be a little bit more respectful and responsible, whatever. On Twitter, I let the ponies have it, bro. I let the ponies have it on Twitter, man, because they are some of the most I've seen some of the most ignorant stuff from those guys going after like Cold Eastwood and Dealer and everybody else. So it's fair game, man. Twitter's a trash pile anyways, and that's the way I treat Twitter. You know, I don't really care about Twitter that much. It doesn't freaking I did mute her, but other people post her. Oh gosh. Oh, that's so bad. Yeah, dude, I treat Twitter a little bit differently than I do my channel. My channel's a different story. Twitter, dude, I just get on there and I try to have a little bit of fun, and you know, I mean, like when I'm playing around, dude, I'm just playing around. I'm not really like trying to be mean to the ponies, because there's always that chance that we can bring them back from the dark side, you know, and be like, hey guys, this is what 60 FPS feels like, or hey guys, this is what real resolution looks like as opposed to checkerboards. And once they see it, because ponies are weird like that, they're gonna have to kind of see it with their own eyes, and they're gonna have to like, oh yeah, I don't know, it's like really tough. It's like you almost have to seclude them away from the PlayStation 5, because it's got like this mind control thing. After you break the mind control, it's not so bad, but it's got like this mind control thing. You're like, oh my gosh, look at it, it's so premium. Oh my gosh, look at it, it's so premium. And then once you realize that it's really not premium and it's just checkerboards running around and they're making fuzz K, everything is better right after that. Like you'll be like, oh, you're right. So Xbox really isn't lying to me. It's just the overhype. Okay, I get it. Once they figure that out, dude, you should see it when it hits them, bro. Just the way their face looks. It's kind of like with what I'm going through right now with like PC gaming versus Xbox versus PlayStation. I'm going through a little bit of a culture shock right now again. I'm not saying PC gaming is better than console gaming. I don't think that's the case. And I think that anybody that plays on a PC would probably agree with that. It's not that it's necessarily better. You do have a lot more option in terms of, you know, being able to set up whatever you want and get more frames versus more resolution, more visuals, whatever, you know. But at the end of the day, the games look so freaking close. It's not even funny. Like these new consoles are doing a really good job at because after I streamed the after I was done streaming the Deathloop last night, or talking about like Deathloop, I turned it on the PlayStation 5 and I had it running on the PC. And I mean, it is pretty similar. Like the PlayStation 5 version is, I mean, lacking like maybe like the shadows are drawn a little bit, or a little bit, you know, like they'll draw in closer to the player. Some of the textures might be a little bit lower. You might have like different shadow maps and stuff like that. In terms of like, just like um, performance and things like that. Like there are some things, but it's not big enough to where if you're playing on a PlayStation 5, like you'll be happy if you never see the PC version. And if you see the PC version, you can look over there at the PlayStation version and be like, oh, okay, it's fine. I don't mind playing on the PlayStation. You know what I mean? Like it's not so big that it's like, oh my gosh, man, like the PC just adds like new rocks and new features and completely everything. Like no, it's not the case. So when you start gaming on PC, it's like, oh, I don't know. It's kind of a culture shock though. It really is. Just like learning, new stuff, being able to have more available games to you that you can't get on consoles. I'm like looking around on Steam and there's like dude, there's some stuff on there, man, like these adult games and stuff. I was like, oh boy. Yeah. I'm like, wow, dude, they're never gonna put this on console. I'm like, you thought BMX Triple X was bad. You should see some of this stuff, man. I was looking at this game and it was like this Egyptian themed like MMO or whatever, but like all the characters are female and they're all cats or sphinxes or something along that, but they're all like half naked. I'm like, oh my gosh, man, like what the freak is this? I mean, like you've seen stuff like that, but not like that. It was um, a little bit more like extreme. Like when it comes to, I mean, I think the closest thing you've ever seen to that is probably Cyberpunk 2077 in terms of like, I mean, like Witcher 3 was pretty to the point, but this is way more. So smart MR2. I tried to teach ponies to look up the meaning of entitled. Yeah, dude. So I really want when I spend $70 on a game, guys, I want dual entitlement with PC. I don't want dual entitlement with the last gen console. I want dual entitlement for PC. That's something that I'm going to be talking about a lot more on this channel when it comes to reviewing games and stuff. I know that Microsoft does do that with certain titles. There is this thing called Play Anywhere. I wish that more developers would do this. Sam, I don't hate PlayStation. I like the games and the console, but I have a dislike to the ponies. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's not like Jim Ryan only saying that because he wants to sell little pony $7 games. Yeah, for real. What's up, Cool Breeze? OJ, how you doing, man? Yeah, dude, definitely. He wants to sell those ponies, those games. And it's like, come on, man. Like, I thought we were in a new generation. Like, none of the games you've put out have made me think, like, oh my gosh, dude, that is a next gen game. Not on the PlayStation, anyways. On the Xbox, I do feel like Flight Simulator is literally the only real next generation game, and that is sheerly because of the size of the scope and the technology powering that game. Um, Leads me to believe that that same technology could be used to create different experiences with other different types of AI being able to potentially, enhance our gaming experience to the point where we don't have NPCs just walking around the block anymore. We have NPCs that actually have a life, like get up and go to work and take care of the kids, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like intricate AI that is sent to your console from the cloud. Yeah, dude, that's probably my biggest hope for this generation of gaming is AI that is computed in the cloud and then gives the NPCs in your game a realistic schedule, or at least more complex. It doesn't have to be like realistic, like, but at least a more complex AI algorithm or whatever um, that would give somebody like a full scheduled out day and night cycle to where they could do things and then like interact with other NPCs. Possibly that would be pretty cool. I mean, I'm dreaming. Of course, this probably isn't going to happen until like way later in my life, but this is pretty cool stuff that I would like to see happen. Oh, yo, what's up? I might not buy another PS myself. Depends on Sony. I don't know, man. Sony really is. I mean, I know that things are going to get better, But I mean, like right now, man, paying $70 for every one of these PlayStation 4 games, I don't really think they should be doing that. I think they should differentiate the PlayStation 5 games from the PlayStation 4 games and charge us a fair price. Jimbo's a lying clown. Merging PS Now with PS Plus is probably the worst. Yeah. I think I don't necessarily think it has anything to do with the quality though of PlayStation games. I think it has to do more with the fact that they are one and done experiences. I mean, you could if I think PlayStation's biggest worry is, well, we charge these guys, they're $70 for the game. If we put them on a service, then everybody's going to sign up for the service for a month, play that game, and then quit the service, and it's not going to create a residual income for them like they would want. And I don't know if they're confident in their ability to put out a game every single month to get that money. And that's exactly what it would have to be for PlayStation with the way their games are built, or they would have to have a first party and a third party game every month. And it would have to be a substantial release so that people would stay there. You know what I mean? Because Xbox, they put enough stuff on Game Pass to make it worth it. There are some months where it's barely worth it, but still worth it. In PlayStation's case, they would have to have a brand new game, like a AAA high quality experience that more people would want to play, that would continue to pay their subscription, because $17.99 is that's asking a lot. That is asking a lot more than what Xbox is with what you're getting. Wait, what's going on, Bashing Evan? Who is Bashing Evan? Exactly. And no day and day, it makes them look poor. It's not that it makes them look poor, it just makes them look even more greedy. They're already charging us. What's even funnier is all the YouTubers now acting like Spartacus is great. When you look back at their video history, it's oh yeah. I know. It wasn't I don't even know why we're putting that much thought into it, dude. It's basically what we all thought it was going to be. So I don't see really any reason to be like, oh yeah, this is an amazing service. But I'll definitely sign up for it and see what it is when it first launches. I'm not going to buy a year of it though. Actually, I might just buy a year of it so I can save some money, because it's like $120. I know that you're gonna get games. The PlayStation's just kind of keeping their cards to their chest right now. They did say that you will get Returnal when it launches. You will get Spider-Man Miles Morales. You will get some of the other games. What I want to know is, why isn't Demon's Souls going to be on there? And is what they should do is what PlayStation honestly should do with this, if they want this service to be good and grow. And this is me as a gamer saying this. If they're not going to put their games on PC day and date, they should at least, when they launch, say God of War Ragnarok launches, the day that it's available on PC should be the day that it's available to go into the new PS Now subscription. The day that they make it yeah, I agree to you, Ryan. If they did that, then that would at least give them another revenue stream from the PC guys, as well as give the people that are paying for this subscription service a good value, because the people that are going to buy the subscription service are possibly going to be the people that are going to want that deal, the people that are going to need, because $17, $18 a month, that's a pretty high price to ask for a subscription service. But depending on what they put in it, because they'll have access to be able to put movies and other content in there. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that Sony can do to make it a value. And I don't know, man. I think that they honestly, dude, I think they really could compete with this service and make it a service that people would want to pay for monthly. I just don't know. I just don't know how I mean, if for me, like looking at it, it is locking backward compatibility behind a paywall. It is making me pay to save my games in the cloud. It is um, making me pay for demos. I mean, there's a lot of things in there that they're talking about that it's just to me that doesn't seem like that great of a value because let's face it, dude, PlayStation 1 games, they don't look great. PlayStation 2 games aren't going to look great either. Well, maybe some of them, but dude, PlayStation or PS Vita games on a 4K TV, man, I just don't think that stuff is going to look that great. Dang, my light is super bright. I need to turn that down before it like. Oh, what is this wire from? What did I have this one hooked up to? I think I plug in controller. I plug in controller. Discord. Oh, yes, I had Discord in there, and that was right. Oh, I don't know. I can't see a lot of people buying into the premium tier. I don't see a lot of people buying into the premium tier either, unless they do games day and date. I think $18 is more than fair for day and date, to tell you the truth. But like Game Pass, it's going to have to build, and they're going to have to drop quality content on there. I mean, with Microsoft this month, what are we getting? Like right now, we just got Crusader Kings yesterday. We're going to get Wild or what is it, Weird West tomorrow. So essentially, you're getting like some stuff, but I mean, out of the bargain bin, no way. And I mean, like, if they think about it, like, if you really think about it, every game that goes into Game Pass or every game that comes out, there's eventually going to be a time where you'll be able to turn on your console, go to the store, and buy that game for $15 or less. You know what I mean? Like, you will be able to find that that experience for $15 or less. If you get 30 million people signing up for $18 a month to play that game. I mean, that's more than you're going to make more that way than you are selling 1 million copies easy, or 2 million copies, or 3 million copies, or even 20 million copies. If you've got 30 million, well, no, not 20 million. But let's be realistic, man. I don't think any Sony game has ever sold 20 million copies at full price. You know what I mean? Like, I don't ever think it's been, ooh, look at that, man. My hair's all. We're going to go, oh, yeah, there we go. It's going to be my new do, guys, my new do. I need a haircut. Oh, the Ratchet literally sold 1 million copies. I know, 1 million. 1 million copies. Returnal's at 500,000 copies. They haven't given us any numbers for Horizon Forbidden West. I mean, you know how like Xbox started like not talking about like console sales and all of that? I think PlayStation's going to start doing that with games here pretty soon. Imagine 140 million subs at 18. Yeah, 140 million subs at 18, dude, if they could do that. But like I said, PlayStation would have to drop a game every month, and it would have to be a banger. It would have to be not a banger, but it would have to be a good enough proposition to where that would do them good. So Army of Two and EA Play has different languages, Xbox 360 and Xbox One Game Pass. Yeah, you could definitely play that. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and try to lie. There are a lot of old games on Game Pass. I own a lot of them. Months in advance before they even hit Game Pass. I do think Sony believe in subscription model. I don't think Sony believe in the subscription model at all. They just trying to show that they are doing something. I don't think that's the case. I think that they are priming their customers to keep paying full price for their games. I think that's what they're doing. They do believe in the subscription model, but they need to build it. They need to build it faster. And that's why they're talking about demos. I mean, like demos, dude, that's so dumb. They're going to have enough stuff on there though to I mean, I could see it like I'm saying, like the service say, so this is kind of the way I see that they're going to do it. the service is going to come out. You're going to get games like Returnal, Miles Morales, and maybe a few others. And then what's going to happen is they're going to see how many people sign up for that. Well, if you're on $18 a month, then you're going to get demos to say when God of War Ragnarok comes out. You'll get to play like a 5-hour demo of that, and you'll be like, oh yeah, and then you'll buy the game. And then a few months later, after they've hit as many as they're going to sell, then God of War Ragnarok will hit that service. That'll be added to that service to help drive subscriptions. They're never going to put them on their day and date at first. Like that's going to take, I mean, what are we, 5 years into Xbox Game Pass? It wasn't until last year that they actually started being able to get like solid third-party developers day and date in there. And now they are starting to get more as we go. It'll be more like the Guardians of the Galaxy thing for the PlayStation service. Like you will get those games, but you're going to have to wait a few months to be able to get those. I mean, EA does 6 months. Ubisoft with their Ubisoft Plus is day and date, and you get the gold editions and ultimate editions of those games with all the DLC as long as you have that subscription. So I could see, I mean, like obviously it works for Ubisoft. It works for EA. I think PlayStation is going the EA way with it. Oh, those guys are just playing with their fan base, though. Yeah, they are, dude. They are trying to milk as much money out of the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation brand as they can because they see the sea is changing. Things are changing. Microsoft is changing things. All of the games as service that they're talking about, they want to essentially become a games as service like Nintendo is a kid. Nintendo is built for the younger audiences. PlayStation is trying to transition into the games as service console, man. That's what they want to do, and they want to still continue to be able to put out their high quality exclusives. But I mean, they do want them to start going to PC as well, day and date. I mean, this is all stuff that is just taking them a while, and they're having to build towards it because they haven't been. PlayStation wasn't built on that type of a foundation. So like all the R&D that they're putting out to do all of this is definitely costing them money. The fact that MLB The Show is on Game Pass, I know that is really embarrassing. I think, I mean, I'm pretty sure that MLB The Show 2022 Polybaba will be one of the launch titles that come to it because they did say these are a few titles and then there's more. So I do feel like they're going to do that when it launches in June. But I mean, that's still 2 months after 2 months after the game comes out. The game comes out here in a few days, and then it will be, gosh dang it. It will be added to the service in June. I can almost guarantee that. There's no way they're going to there's no way that they're not going to drop that on that service. If Microsoft flop a game no one probably notices, in the profit and loss department, if like Spider-Man flops, Sony might go bye-bye. Yeah. See, their games, they do invest a lot of money in them, so they do need to flip a profit. They do need to turn a profit on those. They do need to recoup a lot of money on those games. So you look at a game like Days Gone. Like, yeah, Days Gone did well. It sold a lot of games. It sold a lot of copies, but it did not like super achieve. So yeah, it didn't get made again. Oh, that is sad. Did Spartacus become more expensive than separate purchase of PS now? No, it's still about the same price. Well, no, because I mean, you could get a deal on both of them. You could get, well, no, I think it's about the same price. What was it, 59 and 59? Yeah, so it's exactly the same price as them being combined for the 120. But if you were to buy it outright, Shadow, it was $10 and $10. So it was $9.99 for PS Plus and $9.99 for PS Now. Yeah, 8 million. I've heard numbers as high as 20 million for it. I thought Days. Oh well, see, I never even finished Days Gone, but now that I got it on PC, I probably will try to finish it on PC because it looks way freaking better, way better. Sony doesn't have the net worth like Microsoft to put games to. Yeah, they do. They do have the money to do it, Tyler. It just would. It probably would. I don't know, man. You got to look at the sell through rate and the adoption rate of PlayStation first party games on their platform. They're about 16% adoption rate when it comes to the end of the day. So you'd have to imagine if there was 130 million people out there that had a PlayStation 4 and only 20 million of them bought one of those games and they only had 20 million subs. So 20 million, you know, times whatever. I mean, I think it would probably even out to what they're making right now, but everybody would get to play the game day one. You know what I mean? It would pretty much even out because the first couple of million, we're going to pay full price. Then the rest of them are going to wait for sales and they're going to buy it as the prices kind of go down. And they get all the way down to I've seen PlayStation first party games as cheap as $10. So over that time, over the 4 or 5 years or whatever it takes to actually hit that 20 million, they could have capitalized all that money right then and there. Boom, just got it all at $18 a payment and sold them. You know what I mean? Like they would sell so many more copies of that game. Plus, they would recoup all the money from the people that are like, oh, we like to own our games. We don't want to rent them. Those people. Those people would all end up paying, their $70 for the game or whatever, and they would still make that money. So it would still be like they could just have all their cake and their ice cream right then and there, dude. They could get it all right then and there, but they're like, oh gosh, I don't want to hurt they need to just do it. They need to do a test game. They need to launch Ragnarok right into the freaking service. They need to be like, boom, it's in the service day one. And then everybody would be like, oh, and everybody would sign up. And then everybody would be like, oh yeah, after they beat it. And then they'd be like, hey, bye. But then we get all of their freaking money up front right then and there. Right then and there. No questions asked. They would get well over their 20 million people playing that game, and 20 million have freaking, yeah, dude, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money they would get right then. Because we all know that over 5 years, nobody pays full price for that game throughout the whole time. They literally go on sale and people buy them. So yeah, that's how they would buy it. But the gullible fan bases out there, all the King Thrashes and the MBGs and everybody are like, no, man, we need to check Sony's pockets. They need all this money right now. I'm like, no, they don't. No, really, they don't. Microsoft is very smart. Just do the math on that. Okay. What did they say? All right. So you got 20 million times, say everybody that paid $15 for that was $300 million right out of the gate for freaking Halo Infinite. $300 million. If they made $300 million just off of that, dude, I'm pretty sure like that's their budget. Even if so, say Microsoft sold, oh, let's be generous, 6 million copies. 6 million copies of Halo at $60. Oh wait. $60. They'd have to sell 6 million copies to hit $360 million. So they'd make $60 million more, but only 6 million people got to play that game. And that's day one. Like if 6 million people bought it, they would have to sell 6 million copies of that game to hit what they could make in 20 freaking minutes by just launching that game at freaking $15, man. It's already done. Like they could have capitalized on that. Hey, what's up, Extination? How you doing, man? Still Dragon, how you doing? Hey, man, I would be honored to mod for your channel. Yeah, we can do that for you. We could definitely do that for you. Stealth, you've been here for a while, man. How's everybody doing? What do you guys think? I mean, give me some feedback, man. Like, what do you guys think? Do you think I'm like out of line saying like doing the math for all these guys, because that's just the way I see it, man. I literally used to run a video game store, dude. People would buy these games, they'd bring them back in a week and lose half their money. There are so many people out there that are going to buy these games, disc, beat them, bring them back, and then somebody else is going to play that game without even putting money in Sony's pocket. Is Sony being short-sighted? Do they not believe in their do they not believe in their product enough to guarantee that 20 million people would hit that subscription just to play that game? They really don't believe in the quality of their games. That's what I think. They could say, "Oh, it would take the quality away." No. If your games are that great, do it, because you would blow the freaking doors off your income. Like, you would blow the doors off your income, man. If they're that great, 50 million people would sign up to play that game for $18. I guarantee it. But you know why they don't do it? Because they know the games are not as high quality as they say they are. They're not. Like, they're just not, man. If I get that freaking $70 is a lot of money to ask. Like, I get that, dude. Like, $70 is a full tank of gas right now. $70 is a full tank of gas. And you have to, decide, do I want to play this game or do I want to fill my gas tank? And like with Sony, it's like with the Sony game, I know I'm going to get 25 hours. I'm going to get 25 hours. That's what I got out of freaking the $75 out of Horizon Forbidden West. That's 25 hours that I got out of Gran Turismo 7. That's you know what I mean? If they can sell a subscription for 1 month and push their game out to 20 plus million people, even 30 million, like 30 million people, 30 million signed up to play that. Yeah, they advertise true 4K. No, they need to start advertising true checkerbird though. They definitely could do that. They need to get the checkerbird on there, at least right checkerbird and cursive right next to the 4K. That would be a lot better. Then I wouldn't have such a problem with it. If at least, I'm just joking. Take the quality away, like how the quality of Gran Turismo. Yeah, Gran Turismo 7, man, it was a solid game, and then boom, they ruined it. I hope you saw the $70 premium greatness known as Gran Turismo. Yeah, I did see the greatness of that. I bought the game. I actually gave it a 9.8. I did lower my score to 8.5. I do like Gran Turismo 7. I do think it's a solid experience, but gosh dang, the monetization and the in-game currency and everything, they need to fix that, man. They cannot leave that in that broken state for people. It's going to destroy that franchise. I do believe it is. Out of all the Gran Turismos, my favorite still Gran Turismo 4, but Gran Turismo 7 is really solid. I think the way that they moved everything together and merged things and built that game into a way that they could continue to support it long term, I really like that, and I really like the style and the direction they went with it. I feel like it was the perfect. I feel like it was the perfect mesh for how that game should be built and just to branch off from. But then when you get to this the in game, oh man, the economy in game is so broken right now that I just cannot recommend. That's why I haven't been covering it. That's why I haven't been doing live streams on it, because I had a lot of content planned for Gran Turismo 7. I had a lot of content. I wanted to get my money's worth out of that purchase in content, but I cannot. Okay, I'm the kind of person, if I'm watching a video and I see something and I'm like, whoa, that looks good, then I'm going to go buy it. And there's a lot of people out there that would watch my gameplay of Gran Turismo and go buy that game, not knowing anything. So streaming that game potentially promotes it. And right now I don't feel like it's worth, I don't feel like it's worth $70, guys. I can't recommend spending your $70 on that game until they fix it, until they ensure that the game is going to stay fixed and not broken. Frog Gran Turismo got an 88 because is the brand. Any other of those problems and graphics would have got a 75. Yeah, you're right. I do kind of see it. I do kind of see it that way, to be completely honest with you. And when I rated the game, Onyx, I rated the game off of my experience with Gran Turismo as a whole. I didn't really compare Gran Turismo to anything else when I was rating it. I was rating it off of the Gran Turismo experience and what And the feeling I got while playing that game, like I love it, dude. I'm 100% content with the money I spent on it and the experience that I've gotten out of it so far and the experience that I will continue to get out of it. I'm 100% satisfied with my purchase. I don't regret it. I don't feel bad about it. Um, it's 4K. It's native 4K at 60 frames a second. It looks good on my 4K TV. Yes, there are most of the graphical problems in that game are on the real world tracks. The tracks that they built for the game are actually pretty solid. They actually look pretty decent too. Jim Ryan has a lot of nerve to say Xbox doesn't make quality games. He does. I mean, like he does have a lot of nerve to come out and try to use the quality angle to down talk like the subscription service or Game Pass, because Babylon's Fall, that game's not worth $60. That should have been a free to play game. I mean, it's not a terrible game, but it should have been free to play. Gosh, what was the other one? Gran Turismo. If they're going to have the store that way, yeah, that should have definitely been a lower price. Horizon Forbidden West. Really, man? Really? These games are perfect for a subscription service. They really are. I was saying earlier that would make a great DualSense feature. Checkerbirds, PS Checkerbird Essentials. Yeah, I mean, dude, I mean, I don't look at checkerboard. I really do not look at checkerboard as a premium feature. I don't. I do not think. I think checkerboard is like a poor man's upscaling. Like seriously, like a poor man's DLSS. And that's what Godfall should have been free too. Yeah, Godfall. Well, I mean, maybe they'll rectify that and put it straight on Game Pass. Have you noticed we haven't been able to pre-order that yet? Because I was going to try to get it pre-ordered so that I could cover it for you guys on the 7th. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna end up doing the Lego Star Wars thing. Not that I'm like 100% like, ooh, I want to play this, but it is something that like I do want to cover on the channel, especially on the Series S. I do. Everybody loves GT because nostalgia, including myself. Yeah, exactly. And it does. It really does, Onyx. It really does pull on your nostalgic strings a lot. It really does, because you get in there and after like when you come from like say like Forza or something else, and then you get into the Gran Turismo experience, you're just like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. And then like after you start playing it, like you see all the like the music, the way things are set up, everything just kind of brings you back into that, and before you know it, you're sucked right back into the Gran Turismo experience, and you're grinding away like a happy little Gran Turismo grinder. And then by the time you've gotten your fix, after 25 30 hours, then you're like, yeah, dude, that's a good experience. You know what I mean? Like just to grind out that cafe story mission stuff, that took me 25 hours. It took me 25 hours to grind all that out and see the credits roll, dude. I actually beat the game. Score high because of GT. No, I do think OCD gamer. Everybody, like, honestly, my experience with Gran Turismo 7, it does stand on its own. It really does. I mean, guys, I gave it a 9.8 in my first review. I don't hand out. I really don't try to hand out stuff because, like, just think about this, man. What if a game is good enough to suck me in to where I'm playing that game the whole way through and everything else, like it's a solid experience. Like, I mean, honestly, guys, I cannot stop thinking about Elden Ring, but I know I can't just flood my channel with a bunch of Elden Ring content because my channel's not built like that. My channel's not built to just spam Call of Duty or spam Elden Ring or spam something else. My channel's built to cover a lot of different things. So it really has, like, Elden Ring's a long experience for me. That game's going to be a long experience for me. I play it every chance I get. I try to spend as much time on that as possible, a couple hours at a time. The intro for GT7 was nice, but yeah, I was like 28 freaking minutes still dragging. I counted them. No, I'm just joking. I just pushed the B button now to get in. What's up, King Ken? How you doing, man? I didn't miss that swipe that Jim Took a Game Pass about quality of the games being lower. Yeah, he just said that their games are too high of quality to put into a subscription service, and I just don't feel like that virtuous cycle really. I don't feel like that virtuous cycle is really the impression that most of us PlayStation fans get right now. I don't agree with him. I think he's out of touch. I really do, and I felt like he's out of touch this whole freaking generation. Now, if Sean Layden was still running PlayStation, and this was Sean Layden's plan, like I feel like Sean Layden would have been able to articulate the path that Sony's taken a lot better than Jim Ryan, dude. Like Jim Ryan, I don't think he understands what he's talking about, and there's just not enough PlayStation fanboys out there to hold PlayStation up. So I have the Game Pass, and Aaron Greenberg took on PlayStation. Yeah, I mean Game Pass. Game Pass is where it's at. Game Pass is a solid experience. It gives you, I mean, like, yeah, there are months when you're like, why am I paying for this service? Like, there's nothing good on it. Like, there are months like that. And but I mean, every month that I had PlayStation Now felt like that, dude. I had PlayStation Now for like 8 or 9 months, and I played 4 games on it. 4 games because I wanted to see them. And right when I turned them on and started playing them, I was like, nope, don't want to do this again. But I just kept forgetting to turn off my subscription, and I kept paying for it. And then, like, you don't necessarily notice $10 gone, but you do kind of notice, when you get on there, and like, oh, PS Premium is worth. I mean, it's practically $20. Yeah, exactly. They're already trying to overprice the freaking subscription market, dude. Oh my gosh, why would they do that? That $3 extra, the only thing I can think of is that extra $3 is to pay for your saves. You still got to pay for saves, dude. You have to pay for them. You can't get away with not paying for your save. Pay to save. You got to pay to save, guys. Pay to save. And I mean, I don't want to kick PlayStation too much for trying to enter this, because I kind of feel like I know exactly how that PlayStation service is going to go. Like I already know. I already feel it in my bones how the thing's going to go. They're going to launch the service with a bunch of their old games that are already on the PlayStation 5. They're going to try to woo in as many people that way as they can. If that turns out to be lucrative for them, they will in fact start using other games. I mean, like, they'll be like, ooh, like in a couple months or a month later, they'll try to use Demon Souls to fill in some more subscribers. They will try to use Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart to fill in some more subscribers. All of these games that are well past the date that they would have already, on a normal PlayStation generation, would have already been half price or better. They'll be like, oh, you want Ghost of Tsushima PS5 on the service? Yes, you can have that. Oh, do you want the new Uncharted Legacy of blah, blah, blah collection? Yes, you can have that. Just sign up for our service. It's like, dude, you're only selling it for $10 if you already have one of them. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to use, I already know, I can feel it in my bones how this is going to go. And the people out there are going to hype this stuff up so much. They're like, oh my gosh, dude, I can't believe you get Demon Souls on this service. Oh my gosh, that's such a good deal. That game was so great, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh my gosh, dude, really? I'm like, it's 1440p at 60 frames a second. I can already tell you how this is going to go. Like, I feel it in my bones. I know, like, and knowing about marketing and stuff like I do, like, yeah, dude, this is how this is going to go. Yes, they are going to bait and switch. They're going to try to pull you in with these games. They're going to try to maximize profit on the games when they first launch, and then they'll drop them in the service like a few months to try to continue. And they'll do that for a couple of years. They'll do that for a couple of years before designing games made to go right into the service, as opposed to like in another year or so, a game like Babylon's Fall would have went day one into the service. Like Babylon's Fall would have went day one. They'll specifically design games at lower quality and lower budgets to go right into that, as well as still continue to Naughty Dog making AAA, Guerrilla Games making AAA, Insomniac making AAA, like all their big hard hitters, boom, they're making AAAs. All their Havens and Housemarks and all the other people that they bought, those guys are going to be making filler content for, you guessed it, PlayStation Plus, bro. That's what they're going to do. That's exactly how I see this thing set up and how I see it working. But yeah, they don't got money to match Game Pass blow for blow. They don't. I mean, I mean, they could try, but I honestly, if they kick the wheels off it and put everything day and date in the service, yes, they could definitely 100% put a dent in Game Pass really quick. Would PlayStation suffer a little bit at first? Possibly, but I think that they would. I think it would be like a straight down and straight up. Like it would take off pretty fast on PlayStation. They got better brand recognition. They got way more mouthpieces out there that are like, oh my gosh, dude, it's so great, man. They have the install base with PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 already to potentially get 80 million subs that quick. So I don't know. But then another thing, you just had Microsoft drop Game Pass in like 4 or 5 other countries that didn't have it before. So there's more that could be potentially coming. There's rumors about a Sony acquisition for tomorrow. That might happen. You never know. PS Plus Tier 1, better than Game Pass Ultimate. No. We will not support subscription services. I know. Dude, I've seen a lot of the stupid comments on there, dude. I've been on Twitter. I live on Twitter every once in a while. I know how Twitter is. You know what, Xtenation G, even if I think a lot of us Xbox fans look at what we got on Xbox and backwards compatibility and enhanced backwards compatibility and stuff, and knowing that, like, wow, dude, I could play this game from the original Xbox at 4K. Yeah, dude, have you seen PlayStation 1 and 2 games, man? Like, do you really want to play those on 4K? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. Those games are so fundamentally like different that like they were a struggle back in the days when we were playing them. Um, yeah, man, I don't know if backward compatibility really has a lot to do with it. Instead of streaming, Spartacus could be an actual competitor. I don't know. I think you would sign up for it, download one of them games, and realize right then and there, oh my goodness, I'm not okay with this. Especially in any of them 3D games. Any of them 3D games, like I don't know if yeah, dude, I don't know. Titus Grow, what's up, my friend? That big into it. I have a triple collection of GT3 and Vice City and San Andreas, and I've only finished 3 and barely started Vice City. I think you would like 5 a lot better, King. To tell you the truth, it just feels like a better game. It looks like a better game. It they actually did, make the game feel better. I feel like it's such a ripoff, and I'm trying to find a way to justify the price. It is a ripoff. It is a 100% ripoff. The way that things are looking right now, pricing wise for that, and what they've alluded to us, yeah, dude, it does kind of feel like a ripoff, man. I see Jeff on all the PS channels. I know because I'm there too. Yeah, I know. Gosh dang it. I just think it's funny how they come in here and try to tell me I'm a fanboy, and it's like, dude, I go to bat for PlayStation just as much as I do Xbox, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, just because I'm not happy with my console all the time, especially when I buy like a brand new game for it and it doesn't blow me away, I'm like, oh gosh. It's like, oh man. Ghostwire Tokyo, I do like the game. I do kind of kick myself for not buying it on the PC. I probably should have bought it on the PC, but oh yeah. Oh, imagine how much money I would have spent on GT5 if it was hardcore into it when it first came out, and now there's a subscription service. Yeah, that subscription service. I don't know, King Ken. I think GTA 5 has one of the better stories. It's the one I've played the most out of all of them. Like the rest of them, I just could care less for all of those other Grand Theft Autos. But 5, I actually do kind of like it. It's kind of fun to play. I don't think Sony guys. doesn't even realize how many big Xbox games. I don't think they understand either. I think that once they realize that and once they figure it out, even without Activision, man, gosh, dude, that Starfield, you listen to Todd and his team and everybody talking about it, and you're just like, gosh dang, man. If this is really how this game turns out, because I don't feel like they're sitting there trying to sell me on some game with like some weird freaking cutscene, like with a bunch of cutscenes. They're like telling me, like, yeah, dude, this is like the stuff that you're gonna do in this game, and like this is really cool. Like we've made it so that like the action or like just whatever just goes off, and they're like they just let it go and they do things, and they just the way they explain that game just makes me like, wow, dude, I am freaking pretty optimistic about Starfield. I'm just as happy about Starfield as I am Elden Ring right now. Andrew, you need to get. I will, man, dude. I've spent so much money right now, Chris. I can't afford to just run out and buy a whole bunch of. I can't afford to spend another $1,000 on a racing wheel setup right now. I know I do want to try to get one eventually, but like right now I got to pay off this PC and like this this whole YouTube thing. It needs to start paying me a little bit more money. What's up, Broad Gaming? I already dropped my YouTube video on Spartacus, Game Pass, 10x. Nice, man. Nice. Yeah, dude, I put one out. I put a couple of them out yesterday. This is just about the Jim Ryan thing. The Jimster, the Jim Ryan talking about, oh, it would hurt the quality of our video games. I'm like, no, it's not going to hurt the quality of your video games. It's going to make you rich, buddy. Actually, no, I don't think PlayStation believes in their own brand, bro. If they believed in their own brand, they know simple freaking math would tell you, hey, man, if 20 people download that on the service at $18 a piece, you're going to make a lot more than selling that game at full price to 6 million people. You know what I mean? And that's if you sell 6 million copies. Nobody's buying PlayStation freaking 5 games at 6 million copies right now, day one. Nobody's doing that. Elden Ring should, yeah, Elden Ring is pretty freaking solid. I love Elden Ring, man. There's like no game I've played in a while that's like Elden Ring to me. I don't know, man. My TX feels pretty good, Chris. I don't have a problem with like the wheel itself or the pedals. Like I'm more want to get a better cockpit, a better mount for it and everything. That's what I would most likely rather get, is something a little bit bigger and easier and stuff to get in and out of, something like that. Something a little bit bigger that doesn't have a post right in the middle of my freaking legs. That's more important to me than buying like a whole new freaking wheel setup. And if I did, I would have to get, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. Just seems like a lot of money for something that isn't necessarily going to 100% make me a better driver. I just got to make me a better driver, man. No, I'm just joking. Ooh, Elden Ring on PC mods is unmatched experience for fun, bro. I know. Oh, it's always banned. I actually prove. Selling Orange Box at 95% off in the first Valve sale. They sold an insane amount. Economics of scale, equilibrium price at low. Exactly, dude. If these games would come out, well, see, that's the thing though, too. If Sony puts it in their thing, you know, for $17.99 or whatever, say the game drops for day one, and then it's only there for that first month or whatever, and then it goes on sale for full price. You know what I mean? Finally able to progress in Elden Ring. Talk to some NPC, and I can use the Great Lift. Took me forever. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, you got to talk to NPCs. You got to talk to them and go back to them and talk to them a lot. I've noticed that in Elden Ring so far. Especially like when you first come out of the cave and the dude's standing right there and you talk to him, and then you come back after you kill like the first Elden Lord. If you go back to him and talk to him again, then he transports himself all the way over to the marshland. And then you go over there and you find him again over there. And then that guy will you'll basically go to that guy every time. Or I don't know. I mean, so far. Like Elden Ring, but I'm more of an Elder Scrolls guy. Yeah, Elden Ring is definitely a more challenging experience for a lot more exclusive. Elden Ring is definitely a more challenging experience. Um, but I could see the appeal. I wish gaming wasn't so expensive, especially in my country where prices are basically doubled. That's why I love Game Pass Ultimate so damn much. It's a lifesaver. Yeah, especially if you're an Xbox fan, you get Xbox games day and date. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, they do need to start. Xbox really needs to start dropping more games in there a lot more often, like first party games. You know what I mean? From Bethesda and everywhere else. Yeah, dude, you shouldn't be doing that, Darth Kermit. Or at least have a side by side playthrough that you're doing and do it. Or, you know what I mean? Like, oh, yeah, I think Sony are putting all their resources into live service, freemium game. Yeah, dude, all those games are going to be freaking. Oh, dude, I yawn a lot, man. I'm so tired lately. Oh. I think it has to do with this vape, dude. This vape, man. I vape and then I freaking yawn a lot. Oh. Sony games are $70 in the US, but other countries a lot more expensive than that. I love Game Pass because I get to try games before I buy. Yeah, I do like it for that a lot as well. But oh, I need a new chair, Andrew, buddy. You might want to take 2 days a week to just be you and recharge. I was thinking about it, but the YouTube, I don't know, man. I feel like I got to make content every day just to try to, because I invested a lot of money in this channel, but I put that out of pocket and I didn't just save up money that I've been making on YouTube because I've only been getting paid for what, 6 months now. And I've barely made in that 6 months enough to pay off the first laptop investment that I did. You know what I mean? The laptop up there, and this freaking card. I paid 700 for that laptop and $250 for that card. Well, no, I mean, I paid that off with 1,000. So I've made enough in the 6 months to pay off the laptop and those two laptops. So I've already wasted $2,000 just on these. You're breaking records. I am. I feel like I'm doing good, but then I see other people like shooting up like way fast, and I'm like, what are they doing that like I'm not doing? Am I not saying enough bad things about PlayStation? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Oh, I don't know. I just I know I make some pretty decent content, but I don't think it's being seen as much. You know what I mean? I think I don't know. I'm trying. I work at it every single day. Um, worst case worst case worst case scenario is one video. Oh, yeah, it's the prop. Yeah, I think that's what it is too. Honestly, because I just need to quit vaping, dude. Seriously. Tell me, brother, stick to your guns. Always stay true to yourself. Your channel will grow. I know, man. I feel like it's growing pretty good. I mean, I've seen other content creators that kind of started around the same time I did. They're basically already done. You know what I mean? Like they've basically already like just quit putting content out, and they were doing pretty good, man. It's like they get up to that freaking 1,000 mark, and then they're just like, oh man, I'm done. I'm not gonna work hard at it anymore. But see, is what I did was I doubled down after I hit 1,000, and I kept working and working and working and working, and you know I feel like we're building a pretty solid community here. Like we usually get, like when people come in here and they stay and they like the content, they usually stick around. It's the other ones that just, that you know, like every now and then, like a couple will like drop off or whatever when I make a PlayStation video or an Xbox video or something. I don't understand why. It's like I've never unsubscribed from anybody that I've subscribed to just because of the fact that it's like if I liked them once and I liked them enough to subscribe, then I'm probably going to want to watch something that they do later. You know what I mean? Like, but then there's a lot of people. I would say my numbers are right about half, like 51%. It's like 53 or 54% of my content is watched by subscribers, by all the watch time. And then it's like 48% of people that keep coming back that haven't even subscribed yet. So I I'm about pretty average for other YouTube channels or whatever, which is pretty cool. You need to talk bad about Xbox for views, get more toxic console war fun. No, I don't want any more. See, I have slowed down in my growth because I quit doing that as much. When I would get on here and do the PlayStation Bad streams or make the PlayStation Bad videos, dude, oh my gosh, man, the channel was growing pretty quick. But I want to have a diverse community, you know, where because we're all gamers and we all want to just play games. We don't really care about the console wars as much as the people that are completely devoted to that. And and they're like, yeah, dude, I try to do the good reviews, man. I'm trying to get better at reviews. I'm trying to be more. I'm trying to be better at like what I do. I really am. I hang out here because you actually talk to the chat. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of freaking. I've been in some chats, you know, and you're like, you want to say something, and you're like, do I even try? You know what I mean? Because, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think this is a pretty decent freaking channel, pretty good place to be. I try to watch my foul mouth. I try not to swear a lot. Try to make content for everybody, even the PlayStation fanboys. And if you guys haven't watched if you guys have watched my reviews for like PlayStation games, I try to be fair. You know what I mean? Like I might say a lot of bad stuff about the PlayStation itself, but I mean the games, that's a different. My YouTube channel end up growing a lot just through my videos, but people love how I always interact with my chat during my live streams. Yeah, I think that helps. I think that helps a lot of that would help your channel grow a lot faster. Interaction with your community. It's definitely helped my channel to keep growing. I'm here since the days you had like 100 subs. Yeah, your reviews got better in my opinion. I like all your takes. I feel like you're genuine. Your critique on Xbox or PlayStation. Thanks, PA. I appreciate that, man. And I know you've been here for a long time. A lot of you guys have been here for a long time. Maybe get some more flashy editing on videos. Oh no, dude. I don't have time to go through all that, Gabriel. Seriously, just doing what I do is already pretty time consuming, man. And I like to spend time with my wife every once in a while. You know what I mean? Checkerbird. We love checkerbirds here, man. Checkerbirds. What's up, Desmond? How you going, man? Keep growing prog, and we have all been here from the beginnings. Yeah. See, my dream is to hit like 1 million subs, or not even 1 million subs, just like like 1 million subs, so or 100,000 subs or whatever. So when I put out a video, it gets like 50,000 views in like the first couple of days. That'd be solid. But that really sucks that you have to put out. You have to have 100,000 subs to get 50,000 views. That's pretty terrible, man. I mean, I just couldn't imagine having like 45,000 subs and doing like a live and having like 6 people watching me, bro. That'd be like, oh boy. I'd be like, oh my gosh, dude, I'm doing something wrong. I've been watching your channel since you began, and you are my only subscriber other than Halo, Xbox Halo, and Forza, which means I have only 4 people I subscribe to. Nice, man. I appreciate that, King Ken. Oh, I think you're pretty fair, Frog. You give the take as you see it. There are other channels that won't give either side a chance because Team Sony or Team Microsoft. Well, yeah, a lot of these guys, dude. I mean, if you haven't noticed it, it's almost like everybody feels like they gotta pick sides. I mean, dude, I'm more excited about Xbox on this channel like I am, dude. I think Xbox is doing a really good job. PlayStation, man. I don't. I'm having a problem with the console and the pricing, like I am, and I do this for their community, man. I do this for other PlayStation fans. I call them out on it. I call them out on it because I care about your pocketbook just as much as I care about my pocketbook. Get the likes up, people. Yeah, you got to talk to the people who support your channel. I see some channels that don't. Honestly, man, if it wasn't for you guys, like seriously, like I'd be sitting here talking to myself, making videos all day long. Like this is pretty cool. Like to be able to get on here and like hang out with people and talk to them, and you know have like a freaking community or whatever. Like that's awesome. That's awesome, man. Like Frog, give us some advice on what you can do to get new followers. Oh, see, yeah. I mean, I do want to grow, but I don't necessarily want to grow so fast that I can't like think, because the faster you grow, I mean, like seriously, guys, I'm spending like 40 minutes in the morning when I wake up just trying to reply to comments and stuff and like heart stuff and read everything and like whew. When I first started, I'd get up and I'd have like two comments and I'd be like, oh yeah, that was cool, ding ding, and I'd be all writing some little response and everything. And now it's to the point where it's like, man, I can get up and I can maybe heart 20 of them. You know what I mean? After I'm done reading them, and I'm just like, man, OCD Gamer, welcome to the membership, our new Battle Pass subscriber. Yeah, don't forget, guys, you can sign up for a battle pass, dude. You can get a battle pass to Frogboy X1 Gaming, man. So you're ready for Fanboys Anonymous, man, or Salt Night. Oh, yeah. Keep doing your thing. You'll grow big. That's what I'm doing. It is nice to have, yeah. I wish you the best on your channel too, the legend. I mean, I think there's plenty of room for anybody that's trying to start an Xbox channel right now, or for anybody that's trying to create a gaming channel, like a real gaming channel where we talk about games and we do reviews and we hang out with each other and stuff. Kind of basically what I'm doing. I think there's plenty of room for more people like that. I do. I think there's plenty of room for more channels like that. But those angry PlayStation and Xbox hate videos, bro, or channels, we really don't need any more of those. It's getting so bad. We don't need any more digital foundries ruining gaming for everybody. Like seriously, man, nobody. Ever since I've quit watching freaking Digital Foundry, like I'll buy my games well before I even see a Digital Foundry video, and I'm sitting here trying to make content before they even put a video out. My experience has been so much freaking better because I'm not sitting there waiting for, to find out what they see, and like make me feel like bad about my purchase. No, dude, I get to play it and I get to look at it and see it the way I see it. And then, yeah, dude. And like, I've really been trying to change that in my reviews too, not really harp so much on that, because to tell you the truth, once you get past that, like, dude, our games look freaking amazing. Like, yeah, they're gonna have some nitpick stuff, whatever, but they're looking better than they've ever freaking looked before, man. I mean, and this is where it all started, was Dying Light 2, man. Dying Light 2, I was so freaking just like nose up in the air. I don't want to play that at 1080p 60, but I did it. I bought the game. I knew it was going to be a popular game. I knew that people were going to play it anyways. And like my friends at work, they're like, dude, we don't even care about graphics. So I got it and I played through it. And my experience was like, wow, dude, that was actually pretty freaking good. Like, it wasn't bad. Hey, everyone. What's up, Mr. Glass? You can be more excited for any side, but it need to be truthful. And some channels, it's just so obvious that they are forcing it. Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, think about it, guys. Like, do I sit here and try to hype up everything? Like, do you guys hear me every time I start a show being like, well, we got Starfield, we got Redfall, and all these other games that are coming out? Like, no, dude, I'm not going to sit and hype stuff up like all these other PlayStation guys on Twitter, man. Dude, this is going to be the biggest PlayStation week ever. They're going to buy From Software, and they're going to do this, and they're going to do that. And it's like, how many times do you guys do that stuff? And then Sony comes out and they're like, we're gonna let you play demos, bro. We're gonna let you subscribe to play demos and old games. And they're like, yeah, that's the best thing Tony's ever done for us. Oh, I love your channel mostly because you admitted from the beginning that you used to be a PlayStation fanboy. And now, yeah, I still try to give PlayStation their due, man. They're fair, Metaverse, I'm actually interested in Metaverse. Stealth Dragon. I'm not even gonna lie, dude. Ready Player One was freaking amazing. Was literally freaking amazing. I love that freaking movie. So Metaverse, I am a little bit excited about that. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I am excited about that. I am. I'm kind of on the fence for the whole NFT thing, like NFTs and like metaverse. Like you go in there and you buy like some really cool shoes, or you buy like some weapons or stuff like that. Like in Ready Player One, like, dude, I'm kind of okay with that. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of okay with that, VR with like really high quality VR. I've been playing Assetto Corsa Competizione in VR with my Quest 2. Dude, it's great. It looks freaking literally amazing. Um, yeah, I could see metaverse being big. I can definitely see metaverse being big, but it's gonna have to be something that people work themselves into, man. Like I've played around with VR, so I can see it working. I can start to see like the technology getting better and better and better. So I could definitely get behind metaverse, even the Facebook one. Like I love the fact that I can use my Quest VR 2 with my freaking with my Steam VR. Like I love it. I love the fact that Facebook let me use that as open software. I love that. Like that makes me feel so much better about you know the Facebook, the Oculus freaking about Oculus than I did before. Like I do feel more secure and more comfortable with that, and I do think that Meta is going to do good, and it's showing promise to the point where I really hope Mark Zuckerberg can get it right, man. I do. I am hoping that he can do it. Battle pass. Yeah, get your battle pass, man. Everybody get your battle pass. They're the cheapest battle passes you could ever get, man. I mean, they are a monthly subscription. You're signing up for PlayStation anyway, so what the heck? Oh, you'll get that. Thank you, Master Chief. Sorry, I'm late. Sorry, I'm late. I have to go play it. All right, you're good, King Kid. Have a good night, man. Oh yeah, unless you're going really into YouTube, I totally get your point. Need to balance your personal life. But see, here's the thing, man. I love doing this too. I love making content. I love this. I love what I'm doing. Like, find something that you love and call it work. Dude, this, I can go to my job. I do love my job that I do every day. But I mean, when I get home, like all I'm thinking about is I want to work, man. I want to work. I want to work. And I could sit here, like this is that job where most dudes become workaholics. You know what I mean? Like this is it for me. Like I'm a workaholic. And when I need to sleep, I do. I do. Like Sunday night after I got done making that content, dude, I just sat there and streamed Versailles, bro. I was just watching, King Louis the 14th, the Versailles, just like straight binge watching that. I binge watched it last night. I'm gonna binge watch it a couple episodes tonight. You know what I mean? Like I do try to take time for myself, but it does get a little bit hard to try to figure out how to be creative every single day. I was thinking about buying Ratchet Rift Apart and Returnal for $100. I don't know if I'm patient enough to wait for them to be on PlayStation. Uh Xavier, Rift Apart is definitely going to make you feel good about your PlayStation 5 purchase. Returnal, on the other hand, might not. I would probably just pick up Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Take your time playing through that one because I do feel like if that one's on sale, it is worth the money. You are going to have a pretty epic experience. And if you're paying like 30-40 bucks for it, yeah, dude, that's definitely worth 30-40 bucks. It 100% worth that. $70, no. But if you can get a discount on that one, definitely buy it. You will enjoy your experience. Returnal is an extremely hard game. Like it's hard, it's frustrating. It's going to test you. So if you're into that kind of stuff and you want that kind of challenge, yeah, but wait until that one is like $49.99. I mean, $49.99 is a good price for that one, and then you'll own it. And now it has multiplayer and everything. So, I did not get Kirby yet. Junior keeps missing school, bro, and I'm not going to buy that game and let him review it until he starts not missing school. What's up, Sev? Welcome to the show, my friend. Just do, bro. Just kidding. I know. I'm sorry, man. Metaverse has to have code that becomes ubiquitous across all games and platforms. It's like 2012 again with the Internet of Things. Nothing is talking to anything else yet. Yeah. Metaverse definitely needs to get. I don't like how people are like coming out like against it and like talking bad about it. Same thing with NFTs. Okay. Like I don't I don't necessarily have like a bad taste in my mouth for NFTs because I don't really I do if they're a nefarious product to put money in rich people's pockets already. Like, yeah, dude, if that's what it's for, and just like people are gonna try to like sell them, you know, in a circle or whatever and stuff like that, selling them to each other and getting a little bit more and making them worth more. Yeah, dude. I mean, there's definitely gonna be stuff like that in there, but yeah, you know what I mean? Like NFTs, definitely. I mean, it just depends, you know. I mean, Andrew, I'm playing Breakpoint on Series X on my 1440p monitor. It looks and feels amazing. The more hours you put in the game, the better it gets. Oh, dude, I've got over 130 hours in that game, Joints. It's a solid game. I think it's great. There's so much stuff in there, dude. Trust me, if you walk around everywhere and don't fly, it gets even better. Hunting through those trees and stuff, it is so good. I wish I could literally go back and have the same experience I had the first time I played through it. It'd be so great. While you're Xbox centric, I do feel like you would call out Microsoft if they come out in a bad product. Oh yeah, you think I'm mean to Sony? Waiting to see if if Xbox does the same thing. Xbox has a different spot for me, a Colt Gambler. It's not necessarily their first party games. It's how they treat their platform in general and bring everything along with it. That to me is worth more than what I give to PlayStation. You know what I mean? Like just having all that backwards compatibility and that enhanced backwards compatibility to me was was worth more than I didn't even really care about that. I knew my gaming was going to be fine. Like I knew that. Like yeah, like I just it's hard to be mad at Microsoft for giving me everything I want. You know what I mean? And then it's easy for me to be mad at PlayStation because I feel like they are nickel and diming me for every single thing. So, man, the new PS Plus is a disappointment. Yeah, it's a disappointment. I don't mean to talk down so much on it, but as far as Game Pass competitor goes, oh yeah, dude, it's not a Game Pass competitor, but I definitely see it becoming one. I think that Sony's in a perfect position to push this thing. Microsoft's already done all the legwork. Um, Sony just pushes their little weight around, you know, with like with their ecosystem or whatever, and other third party developers will get on there and be more willing to support, you know, a PlayStation, you know, subscription service a lot faster than they would with Microsoft. Um, there's a bigger install base on PlayStation. A PlayStation, dude, if PlayStation could literally kill Game Pass tomorrow if they came out and put everything on their day and date. It would probably it would be a lot more lucrative if for PlayStation for sure. Also, always props to the chat community. Everyone here is chill and polite and educated, apart from the occasional PS fanboys that show. Yeah, that's very true, man. Every now and then we get a couple of them, and I really don't try to be mean to them because it's like, dude, I understand what they're talking about. I've been there before. I used to be a PlayStation fanboy, but yeah, dude, if I could change, they could change. Me, I feel like they dropped the ball on classic games, like they couldn't come up with a way to make PS3 games natively. Would be awesome, a Colt Gambler. Like, don't get me wrong, it would be awesome if you could run everything natively, but once you see those PlayStation 1 and freaking Xbox or a PlayStation 1 and 2 games and PSP games running on there, you might have a different thought process. They could actually, it's called an emulator, but they don't want, oh yeah, they don't want to put no money into that. Yeah, well, I don't necessarily think Returnal is harder than Souls games, but it is. Um, stuck because of the difficulty. Yeah, if you're stuck on Elden Ring, Xavier, Returnal is going to be a little bit hard, man. Returnal is kind of a pain in the butt. and it's unforgiving. If you die, you got to start all over again. If you die, you got to start all over again. Like, at least with Elden Ring, you just have to die and go back and get your souls or whatever. But yeah, Returnal is a lot harder because it is going to require you to actually invest time into trying to get through all of it. Whereas Elden Ring, you can save it and come back later and play some more. I think you should just go with Ratchet and Clank. Get a good deal on that one. Wait until Returnal comes to that service in June, and then give it a try then and see if you like it. I think that would probably be a better. I mean, and plus, you're probably going to look at Returnal and you're going to be like, "Oh my gosh, this thing is ugly," because it's ugly. It doesn't look very good at all. It falls short. No day one releases back from paywall. Yeah, dude, you even got to pay $3 extra just to save your stuff, man. It's $3 to save. Especially since Microsoft is snatching Call of Duty. I think that would be. Well, this is why I say that, Jeremy. PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 already have over 130 million install base. If they could get 40 million of those people to sign up for that service and get those games day and date, because all those games are still coming to PlayStation 4, that right there alone, plus the willingness of other third-party developers being willing to drop their games on their service day one, because Square Enix would support it. That possibly Capcom would support, like day and date. That other Japanese companies would probably entertain dropping games on the PlayStation on their day and date, because they know that there would be other people out there that would pay for these games. I just think that I think that Sony could drum up, because of all the legwork that Microsoft's already done. I feel like Sony could more easily drive up support for their subscription service than Microsoft could, unless Microsoft was willing to start spending a lot of money to get these games on their service day and date. And I would much rather the Game Pass continue to grow in the way that it is growing, not with because once you start getting like heavy hitters every single month, I mean, like, yeah, dude, I do want that, but once you start getting that much content that quick, you're gonna be like me, man. You're gonna just be playing a little bit here and playing a little bit there, and it's gonna ruin your experience even more than. I mean, dude, most of us older gamers that got money and no time, we got money, we just don't got any time. We are spending so much money on games and we're not fully enjoying these anymore. We're like, it's so hard for us to get a game and super enjoy it, to the point where it's like, gosh, we either feel rushed to get through them, or we buy them because they look interesting and we're like, whatever, it's not even that great, and then we just put it in the corner or something. Oh yeah, I mean, the subscription service, could start to get. Yeah, completely theoretical. You're right. It is completely theoretical, but it is possible. It is possible. Starting all over again, but yeah, trust me. And playing Returnal, dude, I played that. I've got like 12 hours in that game, Xavier, and I haven't even gotten past the first planet, because when it first came out, like I played it a lot right then. And it was so broken and so unbalanced that, like, there's these rooms with a star over the door. Once you go in there, and if you beat one of those doors, because the way Returnal works is anything you see during your playthrough will then be able to come into your game. So if you get in there and you start fighting these high-level monsters right in those rooms, then they're there. And then your playthrough gets even harder because it scales so much faster. And once you lose all that cool stuff that you got when you were beating all them, and you start over with that dang handgun again, fighting those things are pretty freaking hard, man. Like it got way challenging. So I just quit playing it. I was like, nah, I'm done with this. Oh, if you barely got a PS5, it's decent, but compared to Game Pass, it's garbage. Yeah. I mean, I don't think that anything terribly bad is going to happen to Xbox, because you gotta understand, there are a lot of people out there, a lot of gamers that can only afford one or the other. And if they already went Xbox and got Game Pass, boom, that was their choice. They already made that decision. But if they didn't, I'm just saying that PlayStation's install base would seriously, possibly, could potentially limit. Well, I don't know. Like Xbox is doing pretty good right now. They're selling a lot, and PlayStation's noticing that, and they are having to do something to deal with that. Don't climb up now, Sam. That's different from what we saw in the intro on Starfield, right? With the robot companion and could have run an engine. I already think the Starfield is going to be another one of those games of the generation or the games of the decade, just like Grand Theft Auto 5 is a game of a decade. You got Skyrim, game of a freaking decade. You got these games that are games of a decade, and Starfield will be one of those. But we also got Elden Ring, that's a game of a decade. This month, and like I don't care what you say about God of War, dude. I don't think God of War is gonna be on the level of Elden Ring or Starfield. Like I don't feel like that. If it's anything, if it literally plays like the last game did, like no man, that's God of War. It'll be a great story. It'll be an amazing experience, but then that's it. Microsoft will have is when it release every game, because I'll be playing Elden Ring for a long time. I'll be playing Starfield for a long time. I'll be playing God of War one time. You know what I mean? It was very suspenseful just to watch your choice because I'm certain companions will be turn on you for them. Yeah. Are you going to buy the Lego Star Wars? I will be picking that up on Xbox. I will do first impressions on Series S first, then I will do an impression on the Xbox Series X. If I asked for code for it, but I don't think I'm going to get it because I don't have a big enough install base. Well, I might get that because it's a freaking Lego game. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. If I get the PlayStation copy that I asked for, I'll cover it on PlayStation too. But I am trying to ask for codes more often now because, dude, I spend a lot of money on these games. I really do. And I would much rather, instead of me buying 2 copies of them, that's why I was saying earlier, I really do think that they should start. If they're going to do the dual entitlement, they need to do a dual entitlement with the PC at least. You know what I mean? Microsoft will just go even harder with their money, in my opinion. I think after the Activision deal closes, Jeremy Thomas, they have to go harder. They would have to. If PlayStation started doing day and date, they would have to yank PlayStation or Call of Duty off PlayStation and put it directly into Game Pass, and they would have to start building around from that, dude. And it would have to be two, like one or the other. You know what I mean? And that's basically where gamers have been for so long, man. Call of Duty drops the mic. Oh yeah, I think if they did that, then see, I don't know, man. Somebody was making a good point. I saw this thing today. I think it was Lords of Iron. Are talking to this lawyer about now that Sony's getting into this. Big acquisitions like Activision might be frowned upon in the future. So hopefully that Activision deal can get passed before anything like that happens. You don't have to watch him. The people keep getting him to 50 followers, then just unsub. I think it's kind of mean. PS4 Arcade channel. Is that the name of his channel right there? Is he on game? Is he on is he on YouTube, Shane or Shansei Hayes? PS4 Arcade. PS4 Arcade. Visuals weren't completely blowing me away, but mind you, this is an independent. This is in development scenes that hasn't been cached yet, so it's alpha footage, but it looked better than most games do at that stage. Which one are we talking about? Sev? Don't even know what games you guys are talking about. Are you guys talking about Starfield? Hello, Joe. Welcome to the show, my friend. What Star Wars game is coming out? It's the Lego one, my friend. The Lego one. It's kind of like a kid game, but it looks like it's going to have some pretty solid visuals. So It's basically Star Wars, the whole Star Wars saga, all nine movies into one Lego game. So all the characters are there. It's gonna be pretty epic, dude. I think it's gonna be pretty epic. I know my daughter wants to play it, so I'll get my money's worth out of it one way or another. I don't think you can put a link, man. If put a link in Discord, put a link for it in Discord. If you guys want to follow him, I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with other YouTubers like starting out people, coming here to like I feel like there's enough room on YouTube for everybody as long as they're going to be a solid YouTube channel and not going after other YouTubers. Like I like that drama garbage is getting old, man. If they're going to be a solid YouTuber and be a solid cog in the gaming universe and like promote gaming and stuff, yeah, I'm 100% cool with other people that are trying to make gaming better for everybody. But if it's another one of those freaking Xbox hate channels or PlayStation hate channels or any of that, dude, we don't need any more of those. I'm really even trying to like cut down on my negative content on PlayStation, but like they keep doing stupid things all the time, man. Fair enough. I was looking into getting 2 PS5 games. I'll definitely get Ratchet and Clank, but get Ratchet and Clank and Deathloop, man. Get Deathloop. Deathloop's a solid game. I think you'd probably like that, Xavier. I like Deathloop. I literally just bought a second copy of Deathloop on the PC, man. Like Deathloop is a good game. Get Deathloop and Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Both of those are PlayStation 5 exclusives. So I think you will be able to get a little bit more bang for your buck out of those and see what your PlayStation can do. Okay, I found it inside. Talking about Starfield, yes. Okay, so I was talking about Starfield. It's going to be lit, dude. I'm so hyped for Starfield. It's not even funny. That's why I try not to talk about it too much because I'm a little bit too hyped for it. Yeah, the Lego one. I'm too hyped for that game, man. I want to play it so bad, man, but I'm just hyped for that. I'm hyped for Harry Potter now. Yeah, dude, I get hyped too, but I try to hide my hype a lot so that I don't overhype people in my community to yeah, I don't want to overhype people. You know what I mean? Because that's just dumb. Because you overhype people, then they lose. It's not that I don't like Ghostwire Tokyo, Xavier. I'm just not far enough into it to recommend. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but as it sits right now, yes, I am happy with the game. The only thing is I feel like I should have bought it on PC because then I would have been able to get more of the ray tracing and all of that stuff that I kind of you literally have to choose, man. You get ray tracing and higher resolution or you get washed out freaking 60 frames a second on PlayStation 5. Actually, yeah, buy it. Then you'll understand exactly why I complain about PlayStation 5 a lot. I think you should buy that game right now today. Buy Ghostwire Tokyo. I think Deathloop will give you a little bit better return on your investment, though. If you want my honest opinion, Deathloop is good. It's a first-person shooter. Ghostwire Tokyo is good. It's a little bit more slow-paced than Deathloop. Yeah, I mean, you can play Ghostwire Tokyo as more of a slow pace. I don't know. Yeah, dude. Either way, you'll be. I don't know. I think you'd be all right. Dude, Ghostwire Tokyo is a macabre game that's kind of hard to like recommend as a one size fits all game. You know what I mean? Like you can't be like, oh yeah, this game is so great, because if you're the kind of person that likes Ghostwire Tokyo, you're going to love Ghostwire Tokyo. If you're the kind of person that doesn't like Ghostwire Tokyo, you're going to freaking hate Ghostwire Tokyo. So it's one of those games that like, yeah, dude, it's a little bit harder to recommend Ghostwire Tokyo as oh my gosh, this game is so good and like do like a whole sales pitch while I'm reviewing it type game, as opposed to like, yeah, this game is cool, man, but proceed with caution because this game is something that you're either going to love it or you're not going to love it. And me personally, I kind of, I love it. I think it's pretty cool. It gives me that old school like Resident Evil vibe, but at the same time that Control Remedy vibe. So it's like I'm playing both of those games at the same time, and that's pretty cool. I hope it's like the whole version of Mass Effect. Found a YouTube channel last night that does HDR 4K videos. It's the cleanest videos I've ever seen. I swear. You would think it was a game on your Xbox right here. Nice. Someday I'll be able to invest that much money. I just need more viewers. No, I'm just joking. It's called HD Playground. Activated my HDR on my TV and everything. Nice, nice. Probably wait for Ghostwire. I didn't know the engine could handle all those effects on screen at the same time before. Wow, it really popped. Where is it in Underground? Environment or open world? Lost Judgment? Yeah, I did. I played Lost Judgment. I have Lost Judgment 1 and 2, Joe. I guess I could stream a little bit for the. I have not gotten around to putting out a review for Lost Judgment 2 though. No, I'm sorry, I haven't done that. I bought it and it went straight to my back. I bought it and it went straight to my backlog. But I don't know. I mean, I'm a little bit far. Well, I mean, I've gotten to like past the first chapter in part 2, but I got a little bit farther in the first one. I do think they're cool, but they got like this. There's like some quirky stuff in those games, and I'm just like, man, it's like when you try to get into it and you're like starting to get into like the serious beats, then it does all the quirky stuff and like kind of just throws you out. It changes your mood way too much while you're playing those games. And it was the same thing with Yakuza 7. It was changing my mood so much that I couldn't keep my focus on them, and so I just quit playing them. All 3 of them. I just woke up from my midday nap. So if you don't have ADD like I do, Joe, you might be fine with them, but they're nothing like Yakuza. Like Yakuza up to from 1 to 6 was pretty much more serious tone. These are they get too quirky in between like stuff, and like it just kind of it takes you out of the immersion when you're like trying to like talk to somebody and make friends and like take pictures of things, and you know what I mean? Like I don't know how to explain it. Like I want to like them, and I could sit down and play them every once in a while, but oh man, yeah, they're not games that like hold my attention long enough to completely beat them and whatever. I only ever unsubscribed to like one YouTube channel in the last 3 years. Nice. I just woke up from my nap. Oh, it's that time of the night.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, guys, I didn't know. I guess it's dinner time. I need a Pepsi. Boy. Oh, that sounds pretty loud. I need a Pepsi. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, can we just take a moment to realize the PlayStation doesn't want to do day-and-day releases because they don't want to miss out on charging you $70? I know, man. They want to keep nickel and diming me, bro. That's all they want to do. I was like, come on, PlayStation, just do day and date, man. Day and date. I fall asleep at work all the time. Yeah. Oh, midday naps sound good, man. I like midday naps. But then again, I'm a grandpa, so I have an excuse. I could take midday naps. Oh, can I have some of your dinner? It's like a tater tot casserole tonight, dude. You sure you want some? But all right, guys, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna play some video games for a couple hours. Yakuza 7 gets more serious as it goes on. Yeah, dude, I've gotten to a part in it. I just when I deleted Yakuza 7, I just didn't have enough room on that on my thing, and I ended up deleting it on accident. But eventually, I'm gonna go back and play it because I did like that one. That one wasn't as quirky as the Judgment games. So starving, Michael. Yeah. Sure, as long as there isn't checkerbirds. Have a wonderful night. Don't let the I'm not playing on the PlayStation. The checkerbirds ain't getting nowhere. They're not going to be doing anything tonight. They're sleeping. They're sleeping like a baby. Those little checkerbirds. Okay, Yakuza, it's just not your thing, Drew. That's cool. No, I like Yakuza. I like Yakuza, Joe. I'm just talking about Judgment, Judgment 1 and Judgment 2, and Yakuza 7. They are. I don't know, man. I just have to be in a certain mood, like a mindset to play those games. But it just, I don't know, man. They don't have the magic that Shenmue used to have. You know what I mean? Yeah, Yakuza 1 through 6 are pretty gritty. Don't forget to drink water, frog, and use napkins. I know. Ooh, dang. Later, chat. You guys have fun, man. Have fun. I'm gonna eat and play some video games, or maybe stream some more stream more video, like watch that some more episodes of that. Probably do that tonight. You guys have a good night. Appreciate you coming. Yeah, Yakuza 7 story. It is pretty good. It's bedtime. You guys have fun, man.